Hey, welcome back to Mr. Halem Science, best YouTube channel out there, right? Hey, we're closing in on that 100 subscriber mark, so make sure you smash that subscribe button, right? Awesome. All right, today we are looking at the rock cycle. We are going to model the rock cycle by using crayons. So we're going to show how different the igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks are formed through the different processes. All right, so first thing, I should have handed out this green sheet. As I always say, the most important lab safety rule is to read the directions and follow them. So we're going to take a break here and hit the pause button for a minute. I'm going to give you a chance to read the directions. All right. Now that we paused, next thing we need to do is take care of some safety issues. So obviously on your table, you need to clear that off. So if you have any binders, anything, get rid of those. You have your hydro flask water bottle, get rid of that. All right, so if we're looking at our materials list, we're going to need 3 crayons. So you're going to get those from the bucket. Try to get 3 of different colors. So we got those. You're going to need a paper towel. You're going to need some aluminum foil. You got that. You're going to need a hot plate, which we're going to have here in the center table. As the name implies, these are extremely hot, just like the stove top at home. This is about as close as I get my hand without it burning. So we're going to be very, very careful when we are around those. And you're also going to need some cold water, which is going to be near the hot plates, being these little silver bowls. Some additional things, aprons are going to be available if you want them. We're going to suggest that you go ahead and put on your safety goggles. All right, see those are taken care of. Also, while you are over here by the hot plates, you're going to have tongs available, and there will be heat-resistant gloves available. Forgot to mention also you're going to need, it says coin on the paper, but I'm going to have these plastic knives available. Please be very careful. Even though they're plastic knives, they're not toys. Use them appropriately. All right, so as we're looking at the lab station, first thing we need to do is break down the crayons to these sedimentary rocks. We are going to weather these, right? We're not eroding, we're weathering. So that means we need to break them down to smaller pieces. So you're going to take your knife. You need to get the wrapper off these, and then you're just going to take your knife and just start shaving the chunks off them. You want to try to keep the chunks here in the middle of your paper towel. So try to get the small shavings. If you have a few bigger chunks in there, that is quite all right. So yeah, you want to keep, when you're shaving this, keep it down here on the paper towel. You don't want to be like shaving it from like up here. All right, that's quite a bit of orange right there. Tomorrow, so when you're doing this lab, feel free to put a lot more in there than what I'm doing. If you want to try to get, I would like to try see you get the whole crayon. I'm just getting a little bit just for time purposes. I'm not going to put the whole thing in there, but we're just getting a little bit of each color for demonstration purposes. That's going to be enough, that one. All right, so now you can see that I got a good chunk of each one in the middle. If you still have crayons left, put them back in the crayon box so we can reuse them later. Any trash you have, the wrappers, please dispose of them properly. All right, so as we were looking at our sheet, so we've weathered this now. So the next step, once you get down to number 5, so we are going to erode and deposit these. So you need to erode them. So remember, eroding is where we are moving. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my piece of foil down to make it just a little bit smaller. All right, so we're going to erode. So you want to try to get those middle there. So we're going to erode and then deposit the crayon shavings onto the foil. So be very careful. Don't be like breathing heavier on this so you're not blowing them all over the place. But yeah, you want, you can see now it is nice and neat and eroded on the aluminum foil. All right, so it's a little pile right there. All right, so the next thing, So sedimentary rocks form through cementation and compaction. We're not putting a cementing agent. We're just going to simulate the compaction. So when you get down to step 8, you're going to fold the pieces over, try to get all the pieces in the middle. So you're going to fold them over, and then we are going to compact them. So you need to put a lot of pressure on them. So squeeze them against the table. If you want to pick it up, squeeze in your hands. Make sure you're not dropping the pieces all over. Once you squeeze them, you can pull back, and you've made a sedimentary rock. So hopefully it's kind of compacted into one single layer. You can kind of see it here. So this shows how it is in different. You see different grains in there, different colors. Sedimentary rocks very rarely a uniform color. You see speckles and layers throughout it. All right, so you made a sedimentary rock there. Awesome. So next thing we're going to move on to metamorphic. Metamorphic uses a lot of heat and pressure, but we're going to simulate the heat aspect of it. So this is where you're going to come over here to the hot plates. So you want to be very careful so that you don't have that. So once again, you're going to, it says to fold it over. If you want to just kind of fold it, make it like a little kind of bowl type thing of this. So you can see I kind of made a little dish there. We're in the middle, so that way you can see it. So as the metamorphic part, you're going to place it on there. Feel free. You have the tongs available if you want to move it. And the heat-resistant gloves are available. I will be supervising the hot plate table directly, but you can already see over here there's already some smoke coming off this. This is already melting into a pool of liquid. So this should only take a few moments. It will probably take longer for you because you will have eroded, you will have weathered all 3 of those crayons completely. All right, so now you can see as it's all right, so now you can see that it is melted, so you can see the different layers. So now while it's melted, you're going to go ahead and take it to the you're going to take it to the cold water and set it in there. And you'll be able to see that cold weather, that wax from the crayons is already solidifying and forming an igneous rock. So the metamorphic was as you melted it down, you can see the colors started melting together. And now where I had purple, green, and orange before, I got this nasty looking black chunk of wax now. So there, I made igneous rock. I made metamorphic by melting it down, then I made igneous by cooling it. So that it's solidified. So that's kind of the short and sweet version of it. So now, after you clean up your tables, you are going to make sure all the questions are answered on this sheet. You will have some time on Thursday to finish filling it out if needed. You don't have to do it at home Wednesday night. But use your textbook, use different sources to answer some of these things, because you're looking up what the different types of rocks are. You have to know the difference between intrusive and extrusive igneous rock. The short and sweet version: igneous rock. Intrusive is where it cools down inside of the earth. Extrusive is where it cools down outside of the earth. So remember that. But make sure you answer the questions. You are going to go ahead and turn that into the red basket when you're done. And obviously make sure your name is at the very top of it, please. And then, hey, that's the rock cycle. You modeled that. So we'll move on to the next lab on Friday. We'll do some more fun things with rocks. All right. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment below, and then, let's keep doing science. Have a great day.